We begin with the first alert update from Brown County Court. The 18-year-old charged with sexually assaulting young girls at a Green Bay resort has his case moved toward trial today. Mauricio Paulus waived his right to a preliminary hearing, and the court bound him over for trial. Paulus is now expected to enter a plea to the charges in late March. His bond remains at $40,000 cash. He faces 3 counts of sexual assault, 1 count of false imprisonment, 3 counts of disorderly conduct, and 1 count of causing mental harm to a child. Prosecutors say a 10-year-old girl and 2 13-year-old girls reported Paulus assaulted them on separate days last month, either in an elevator or hallway at the Tundra Lodge.